Well, I am with Thomas Ramsoy in the context of the Neuromarketing World Card in Barcelona. Thomas, thank you very much for having us here in this interview. This conversation about neuromarketing. Thomas, let's start with basics. What is neuromarketing?
Oh, that's actually a tough question in itself. Neuromarketing is the way I see it. It's the application of neuroscience tools, insights, and language to improve and understand consumer behavior and affect it precisely.
Okay. When you say insight, it's like the scientific findings.
The scientific findings, but also the whole philosophy, the whole idea of why do we choose what we choose. So you could have a sociological approach to that, you could have an anthropological approach, which would have different assumptions on how people make up their minds. So thinking neuroscience is making people, and it's basically saying that people are making decisions in a very specific way. So it comes with a lot of language.
Yeah.
In a good way.
Okay. And what are the complexities of neuromarketing?
I think there's two different complexities. One, and I think what we tend to think about when we talk about complexities, it's the tools. Right? It's using the right tools, it's actually doing the analysis, knowing how you do the analysis, which is not trivial. I mean, if you do fMRI or EEG or even eye tracking, and GSR for example, you need to know how you process the data. You need to know how to de-noise data, you need to know when you need to discard data. That's pretty complex. That's one side. The other side is also at the other end. So when you get the results, how do you actually interpret? How can you make clients understand? So that's a whole complexity in itself because companies tend to have specific, they have their own culture. Every single company has their own culture. So when you know what the results are, you need to embed that into their own language. So that's complex as well. It definitely requires those.
Okay, good. Talking about the samples in the neuromarketing studies, what is the sample size required in a neuromarketing study on the one hand, and in the other, what is the composition? So the quantity and the quality of the sample size.
So most of the studies, I'm going to use Neuromarketers or EEG. When you look at traditional studies, at least the two ways of looking at it. One is when the statistical value is good enough. So when can you actually say something and have enough people to do statistics? And for fMRI and EEG, you can even do statistics in one single person. Right? So the data are so immense that you can reliably say something about that person.
Yeah.
So that is not the issue. We can trust, as long as we can trust the data we get from that person, that person is valid. The other side is how representative. And that's why we say, well, maybe we shouldn't use 10 people, but maybe we don't need to test 100 people. So for a kind of single cell study, so where you have just looking at one particular group, one coherent small group, we see studies being done for 30, 40, 50 people. It also depends. It depends on how you're testing ad testing, how you're testing in stores. The thing that we do, for example, is also to get better at how we actually make sure that the persons we can rely on the data, so we don't lose a lot of data. So that's that kind of puts it down to how many people we need. So going to your question, we can do studies. Personally, I think we can do studies on 25 people per cell. And of course, if you want to test 4 groups, then that's 100 people. If you want to do comparisons. And the problem is that let's now say that, well, you want to compare genders. You can do 40 people, for example, with men and women, 20 each, in a coherent age group, so that would be 35 to 45. But if you now want to look at age difference, 3 different age groups, you need to have multiply that by 3.
Yeah.
So that means that all of a sudden you end up with having a lot of people. So otherwise, you don't have.
Okay. Okay. I'm asking this because I have read somewhere that some people claim that the golden number is 30.
Well, if you look at what is published in scientific literature, even the best journals, they test on 20 people and below. We had a good example from last summer by Marshowski and colleagues in Nature Communication. They had 16 people. And that was a great publication because they could explain and predict something that a coach would do. So it really depends. I mean, it depends on what. I think in general, when you talk about commercial users, it more depends on what your clients feel safe about, rather than what you find to be statistically.
That's a good point. Okay. And on the other hand, in terms of the quality of the sample, I have heard as well, read somewhere, that you can extrapolate the results, like doing a study in Brazil, Sao Paulo, and extrapolate it to people in the UK or Finland.
That's a good question. It really depends on what you're studying. I mean, there's no magic to it. I think if you're studying things that are more cultural independence, like body competency, for example, I think you can definitely say that. But if you're studying things that are changing people's emotional responses or sophisticated or more complex social emotions, then I don't think you can do it. I think simply because that although we have the same emotional system, so the person in Brazil is still responding emotionally to the same in the same way that a person in Britain or Germany is doing, or in Asia. But what is driving that behavior, what is driving their own response is going to be very different. So I think that's. I don't think you can just say, well, just assess it. Well, if you're studying fear, for example, and everybody's getting scared by horror movies, so that is cultural independence. Okay. If we talk about things like responses to advertising, I think there's some elements that go into that. So you can trust that everybody's responding in the same way. I also think that there are also a lot of responses that you just can't use from one region to another. So I think that will be unreliable.
Okay, good. Anything is perfect. Neuromarketing is not an exception. What are the limitations of neuromarketing?
A lot of limitations. One, every single method we use is incomplete. It's got problems, it's got limitations, it's got noise, it's got the whole thing. So if you're using fMRI, basically you're looking at things that are changing 1% at a time. And you have to have people in a highly artificial environment, a noisy environment. It's, that's certain studies you can't do. Looking at EEG, for example, you don't get the fancy 3D, or you can do that, but typically fancy 3D reconstruction of activation. But also, it's also very prone to noise from anything like talking, jaw clenching to movement. So, and even eye tracking can have limitations because you still need to have people. I know that certain eye trackers they're not working for all ethnical groups. So a person like me, if I'm a Nordic person, the eye tracker is working fine, but for a person with an African background, the eyes can be hard to touch. So there are some limitations. And then of course, limitations to neuroscience is also about how I understand it. So I think in neuroscience we understand the brain pretty well now, but actually making that transition and using that insight, well, okay, what does this mean? Why do people respond in this way when they look at that? I don't really think we are that good at explaining that yet. We need more. I think it's coming. We know more now than we did last year. But that's kind of it's not straightforward. It's not just, oh, you get a peak. Well, then it has to mean this. It doesn't work. So that's a limitation.
Okay. it's complex. It's complex, and that means limitations, resources, and technologies, knowledge. This kind of thing. Good. Next thing, Thomas. Nowadays, we the human beings have access to knowledge as never before. On the one hand, and well, in this part, the knowledge is very accessible, it's very cheap, or even free. Even free, you can answer. On the other hand, in this moment, the prices of the neurotechnologies, such as tracker and EEG, are going down, dropping down. So the technologies are becoming more and more accessible. So accessibility of knowledge, accessibility of technologies. I have met some people claiming that doing neuromarketing with this kind of environment, because it's kind of easy to do it. What are the characteristics of a good neuromarketer, or the characteristics that someone who wants to become a neuromarketer should have or be prepared to get?
I think going to your point, it's getting easier, cheaper, but it's also, I wouldn't say so much easier, because I think it gets easier. The thing is that we also get a lot of more data than we used to. Data is cheap these days, and it's getting cheaper and cheaper. That means we're generating more and more data, which is not always a good thing, because having an additional data set could be good, but in many purposes it doesn't really help. So just having those developments is not only a good thing, because it can increase complexity. But what is a good neuromarketer? As I'd say that would be two things. It's a person who has a scientific mind, so a scientific background, or a group that has that. Definitely has to be rooted in science, understanding of these methodologies we have, how the brain works. You can't just go out, buy some tools, and start testing them, because the data are not good enough. The methods are not reliable, so you can just bring an electrode in here and I'll read what you're thinking. It doesn't work that way.
Yeah, sure.
So that having a scientific mind, critical mind, self-critical mind is definitely key. And I'd say the other part of that is the ability to translate knowledge into meaningful insights for clients. And I don't think that one person alone, it's very rare, there's one person who can do both. And you don't have on the one side a very great scientist, and at the same time an excellent communicator. And it makes clients, one thing is having, you and I with each other, things that are exciting, but making clients understand what is, how can we understand those data, how can we improve on our methods. I think that is a different skill set that we're helpful scientists to. We're not trained scientists, we're trained. And the other way around, those people who speak the business language, they don't have a scientific background. So it's a personal lesson. That's why we need to have groups to understand.
Good. In management, in the last 30, 40 years, we have seen fashion, like total quality management, like re-engineering, like Six Sigma. Is neuromarketing another trendy, another fashion, or it has come to stay?
It's definitely come to stay. That's for sure. I think business is consolidating, so we know that everybody knows that we need to understand it. We need to understand the unconscious side of research. So whether you're doing academic research or whether you're doing commercial research, you need to have this kind of research, definitely. So the problem is, everybody knows that neuromarketing has been going through a couple of hype cycles. We've been through hype cycle, meaning that there's been a lot of hot air, over-processing under the brain, easy fix, quick fixes, nice. And that's been damaging the industry. We're still battling with that, still struggling. There is still a danger, it's kind of lurking, that people are very eager to overclaim and simplify things and offer too much, not being able to deliver. So I think that's still something we need to know. We need to go. And that's being here today, being at this forum, and just this marketing association is so important because we need to have a kind of basic place to stand. Everybody's standing. This is the point of departure for all companies. I think that's and academic research as well. I think that is really important.
Good. In a nutshell, what is your vision of the current state of neuromarketing, and what can we expect in the near future of neuromarketing?
So my vision is, of course, that everybody's going to do it. To me, it's kind of a done deal. Everybody should do it. Because as long as you want to understand human behavior, human motivation, what people think about my behavior, what they do, there's no way around doing research. It's part of it. You can still do your other methodologies, qualitative research, understand the narrative and the conscious experience of who they are and what they're doing. Neuroscience it should be everywhere. It should be everywhere. And I think to some extent we are actually seeing this these days. That there's a lot of interest and it seems to be catching on even more than it has been before. When you talk to people around, they say it's really on the rise. Everybody's doing it, everybody's doing it. So the near future is a certain kinds of consumer. One is that technology is still going to be cheaper, it's still going to be better, it's still going to be more reliable. Science is going to be improving. I think that we already see now that we're converging on a way to understand how we can do this kind of research, both academically and commercially, that can bring value to everyone. And that will just be continuing. My fear scenario is that we're going to end in a new hype cycle, but I don't think that's going to happen. Okay? I don't think that's happening. I think we have some claims out there, some people are overcoming and I think they're a big minority. And also there's clients are getting better educated. They understand that, hey, I'm paying you to do this research. I don't want to use some kind of black secret box that shove data in and you get magic out. I think clients are getting better to understand that. So they're critical. And you see many of the major companies are hiring neuroscientists to do this kind of research as well. I think it's looking better now than it's ever been.
Great. Thomas, to finish, do you have something that you would like to say openly to the community that are interested in neuromarketing?
I think this year that this year, the community is coming together in a way that they couldn't foresee. They didn't see that coming. I've been here both at this and other places, and a couple of years ago it was like really kind of competitive. People didn't really talk to each other. They didn't really talk to each other seriously. And now everybody's talking to each other. Even companies who are normally competing against. So I think we need that kind of posture. Although yes, we are in competition, but I think it's for the benefit of all of us that we can actually make the community grow, because I think that will pay out for all of us. So there's one wish for me is that will continue. I would love to see that.
Good. Well, thank you very much, Thomas, for your generosity, sharing with us your time as well as your knowledge.
Sure.
Thank you very much.